Hi everyone, this is Delight, and this is my little Scarlet here, and I thought it would be fun to change him into a different outfit. He's still kind of in his Christmas clothes, so I had this cute little outfit I haven't tried on yet, but I thought it would be cute on him. And then I would like to start a tag. I thought it would be fun to hear from you all what dolls you remember from your childhood. I had a lot of dolls. I was the only girl in my family, and dolls were my favorite thing and the only thing I ever asked for Christmases and birthdays. And so throughout my childhood I did accumulate quite a number of dolls. And I was looking on the computer the other day, just I started looking up Horseman dolls and Mattel dolls and Ideal dolls from the 1960s. I was born in 1964, so I thought that would remind me of some of the different dolls. I could remember a lot of them, but looking at different images of the dolls from back in those years helped me remember some that I had kind of forgotten about. My very first doll that I ever remember having was one that I had gotten for Christmas, I think probably when I was about 2. I remember carrying her around as early as like 3 years old. And she was a Horseman doll with hair. She was a soft-bodied doll with hair. And I was able to look on images and find one just like her. And I called her my Criffin baby because I'd gotten her for Christmas. Before I could say Christmas, I said my Criffin baby, and of course my parents thought that was cute, and so from then on, that's what that dolly was called, was Criffin baby. And then when I was a little bit, maybe 4 or 5, I got one that I remember was oh no, I'm not going to be able to say it. The one that Holly has. Oh, I can't say it right now. Baby Deer, yeah. Baby Deer was one that I had. And let's see. There was different ones from the Mattel company that I remembered. Maybe some of you remember the little Kittles. They were only just little 1.5, 2-inch little dolls. I had a number of those, I remember. Maybe some of you remember the Flatsy dolls, the ones that were made. They were bendy and they were flat, and they would come with flat little rubber clothes that you could put on them. Those were kind of fun. I had some of those too, I remember. Oh, he's really cute in this. I think I'll get his hands out. And let's see, there was, oh, the Baby Bean dolls. Do you remember those? Their heads were kind of shaped like a jelly bean, I always thought, and they had beanbag bodies. I think that's where they came up with the name of Baby Beans. I know I had one of those. There was another doll that kind of looked like a Baby Bean. It was also from Mattel, that was called Baby Drowsy, and it looked like a larger Baby Bean doll, but it just kind of had a drowsy, dreamy look on its face, like it was just going to sleep. Hi, I'm back. The phone started ringing, so I had to quick go answer that. When I have 10 children, I never know if it's an emergency or not, so, but it wasn't. Anyway, there he is. And let's see, what doll was I talking about last? Oh yeah, the Drowsy. And then, let's see, what else did I see? Oh, there were the Chrissy dolls. I had the one that was Chrissy. She had reddish hair, and then her sister Velvet had blonde hair. And then there was another doll that was her friend that had real dark hair, but I don't remember what her name was. And then there was the Chrissy Baby doll that was shaped like a baby, but her hair grew too. All the Chrissy dolls, their hair you could pull out and make it long, and then there was a windy thing on the back and you could wind it back up. They had kind of interesting dolls back then. I also had a doll that was called a Tiny Tell. She was kind of one of the more interesting ones. She stood like a toddler, and she had a watch on her wrist that you could turn a dial and put the watch to different times, and then whatever time you set it at, then you could pull a string that came out of her back or on the side, I can't remember, and then she would say something. Like, I remember specifically, if you set the watch at 2 o'clock, she would say, 2 o'clock, time for tea. And there was a different little saying for each time of the day. And then she came with little accessories, little pink accessories. One was, you know, a little tea set and different little things that went along with some of the sayings that she did. And let's see. Yeah, anyway, those were a few of the dolls that I could remember from my childhood. I'll probably remember more after I'm done. But I also thought it would be fun to show you one doll that I still had in my little memory trunk. And it is the baby Thumbelina. And she's quite worn and grubby looking, but she's one that I could lay my hands on right now from my childhood. And she had a wind-up. I remember getting this doll. I mean, I just was enthralled by her because she moved just like a real baby. You wind her up, and then her head turns, which makes her move. Oh, she's not working on it really good. Yeah, maybe she'll do it better in here. Oh, I hope she's not wearing out. Because she's lasted all these. I'm surprised that she still works. I guess it's getting wound up. But, yep, that was a baby Thumbelina. And she just looked like she was alive when I was little. So that was fun. And then I did, while I was looking for her, I found my first teddy bear, too. Is an old Winnie the Pooh. And I had him from infancy. And he winds up too. And his head turns also. That must have just been a thing that they kind of did for a time there. But his head moves really, really slowly. But I remember laying in bed and cuddling up with him. And his head would just move ever so gently as he'd play Winnie the Pooh. And I went to sleep a lot with him when I was little. So that's a little bit of walking down memory lane and showing you some of my childhood things. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed reminiscing a little bit with me. And a lot of you probably aren't quite as old as I am, so you don't remember some of the dolls that I talked about. But it'd be fun to hear what you remember from your child and what kind of dolls you had. So I hope you would have fun answering this tag, and have a good rest of the day. Bye.